discussing your Module 3, which is your circulatory immunologic system. Okay, so for this week, we'll be discussing your circulatory system. Okay, and your circulatory system is actually still part of your cardiovascular system. Okay, so next meeting, matapos ng Module 3, we'll be discussing more on sa immunologic system naman. Okay, so ang topic is cardiovascular system. So ano mga involved na structures ng cardiovascular? Heart, what else?
Blood vessels.
Veins, blood vessels, what else? Ano pa kulang?
Blood.
Your blood. Okay? So heart, blood vessels, and your blood. We already tackled your cardiac physiology. Now we'll be discussing your blood vessels as well as your blood. Okay? So anong mga blood vessels nyo?
Arteries.
Arteries, what else?
Veins.
Veins and
Capillaries.
capillaries. Okay? So you have here your arteries. Okay? You have here your veins. Okay? And you have your capillaries. Okay? Those are your blood vessels. Okay? So, kabalo naman kamundi, we'll just need to add mga branches nila. Okay, so what do you call the little branches of your arteries?
Arterioles.
Okay, it's called your arterioles. Okay, how about the little branches of your veins?
Venules.
Venules. Okay, those are your venules. Okay, so basically, yung compose sa inyong blood vessels. Okay, so from your heart, okay, makita nyo, ang vena cava, those are your veins. Veins in yung heart. Ibalik ang blood baka to sa heart, and i-pump out through your arteries, like ang biggest artery sa body, your aorta. Okay, connect naman ang arteries, arteriole, capillaries, venule, and your veins. So, muna ilang connection. Okay, so arteries to arterioles, arterioles to capillaries, capillaries to venules, and venules to your veins. Okay? So, ano nga type of blood ang gina-carry ni arteries? Is it with oxygen or without oxygen? With oxygen. With. Okay? Oxygenated blood siya. That is why ang color sa inyong arteries are color red. Okay? May isa lang din ka exemption for your arteries that carries deoxygenated blood. And yung idea, anong artery ang carry deoxygenated blood?
Pulmonary.
Pulmonary artery. Okay, so sabi isa ang artery that carries deoxygenated blood. Next, your veins. So kung makita niyo yung mga veins dito, color blue or duka green. Because, ano nga type of blood yan na carry? Deoxygenated blood. Meaning wala oxygen nga blood. Okay? Again, may isa lang siya ka-exemption. Okay? So, sino ni ang carry ang vein that carries oxygenated blood? Only vein in your body that carries oxygenated blood? Pulmonary veins. Okay? You have your pulmonary veins of your heart. Okay? So, based sa picture, ano makita niyo ang difference between your artery and sa may veins?
Damo layers.
Damo layers. What else?
Red ang artery.
Red ang artery, blue ang veins. Ano pa makita niyo sa veins? Nga wala kay artery. May valves. Okay, may valve si vein niyo. Next, how about sa kay capillary? Pila iya layers ya? Okay, so 2 or 1 lang yan siya. Single layer compose pa siya sa endothelial lining and basement membrane. Okay? But basically, isa lang siya ka-layer. Okay? We will be also discussing your lymphatic system next week. So, ga-connect mo na gyapon si lymphatic nyo sa inyong mga blood vessels. Okay? To transport the excess nga fluid sa body. Okay? So, the functions of your cardiovascular system is that it transports your nutrients, okay, your waste away, okay, also transports your hormones makadto sa different tissues or organ. Okay, generally to maintain a good environment, okay, naka-homeostasis gyapon. Okay, so these are the functional parts of the circulation. Na-discuss naman na natin to. Okay, dugin define lang si arteries down to your veins. For your arteries, it transports blood under high pressure, high velocities to the tissue. They have strong vascular walls. Those are your arteries. Arterioles are last small branches in the arterial system, acts as a controlled conduit through which blood is released to the capillaries, have the capability to vastly alter the blood flow in response to its needs. Ang distinctive nga function is your capillaries. Nipis lang siya nga layer, so it is responsible for the exchange of your fluid, nutrients, electrolytes, hormones, and other substances, okay, between the blood and interstitial fluid. Okay, ito kung nipis siya, nipis yung walls, so permeable siya sa water and small molecules. Your venules, it collects blood from the capillaries and ihatag lang sa kay veins. Lastly, your veins, so na-transport yung blood under low pressure. Okay, pangadto, like venules, pakad sa heart. Okay, ear walls are also thin. Okay, acts as a controllable reservoir for extra blood. Okay, so we summarize na siya tanan. Si arteries, okay, just remember nga, strong and muscular si arteries. Okay, meaning, kusog siya. So it means nga, maka-withstand siya sa higher nga pressure. Okay, basically siya ang pump sa blood towards, okay, I mean, away from the heart. Okay, so siya ang pump sa blood. Okay, muscular, so may damo siya layers. You have may mga elastic layers and muscular layers. Okay, so may ability si arteries to dilate and to constrict. Okay, so what do you call the term if ang blood vessels kaya mag-dilate? What do you call the medical term if ang blood vessels mag-dilate? Vasodilation. Okay? Vaso meaning your vessels, so dilation. How about if mag-constrict naman ang vessels? Vasoconstriction. Okay? So that is the main ability of your arteries. Okay? So makita mo na siya sa kay arteriole. It can constrict and it can also dilate. Okay, but main function is that ihatag ang blood towards your capillaries. Okay? Capillaries, one word lang gid ang needed to associate is for exchange. Okay? Exchange of nutrients between the blood and your interstitial fluid. Sa kay venules, ginahatag lang ang blood towards your veins. Okay? Your veins can only withstand low pressure. Okay? Nipis na iyang wall. Because it is not very muscular, but very hollow siya. Okay? It is acting like your storage of your blood. Okay? Kasi dulaan ka blood, napilas ka. So, ang extra mga blood na to would come from your veins. Okay, storage of your blood, okay, or extra blood. Another distinct function or structure is that mayroon siya valves. Okay, discuss na later on. Kulos ang inyong mga valves. Okay, between your arteries and your veins, what blood vessel transports blood away from the heart? Arteries or veins? Arteries. Okay. Arteries, okay, away, okay, from the heart. Okay, your veins naman towards, okay, the heart. Okay, just remember lang, let's say sa inyong heart, sino di ba ang una nga mga blood vessel, di ba you have your vena cavas or your veins yapon. Okay, so towards the heart sila. Okay, while your aorta, away from the heart, pero towards siya sa other system. That's lang. Okay? Walang magtalang. Again, arteries, very muscular. They can constrict and dilate. Si veins can only withstand low pressure. Kaya yung nipis na wall. Okay, more on sa storage lang din siya. Okay, so this will be the connection between your arteries and veins sa inyong heart. Okay, so arpigit ang mas namin ng illustration between the layers of your arteries and your veins. Okay, kung makita niyo si arteries, may damo siya nga layers. Okay, so let's enumerate the layers of your blood vessels. Okay, so ang layers, those are called your tunicas. Okay, so what do you call the outermost layer? Tunica. What? Externa. Okay, tunica externa. The other name is your adventitia. Okay, what do you call the middle layer? Tunica media. Okay, how about the innermost layer? Tunica interna or intima. Okay, other name lang sa bones. Okay, so again, ang outermost layer that is called your externa or adventitia. So makita yung mga ang outer layer. Media, ano makita sa middle layer? Muscles. Okay, so more on the muscles. Then ang inner layer, okay, so siya na basically ang contact sa blood nyo. Okay, if this is your artery, okay, ang hole sa inyong artery, that is called your lumen. Okay, but the layer that contacts with your blood is called your tunica interna or intima. Okay? So, tanan sila may aral, tunica interna, media, and externa. Except lang kay capillary. Okay, ano lang ang layer ni capillary? Tunica, ano? Interna lang. Okay? Tunica interna. One layer lang si capillary. Okay, let's further discuss your blood vessels. Let's discuss first your arteries. Okay, so, ang gin-summarize na di, mo yung important na ginilagin na function. Ang RE more on the terms na lang. Okay, so, arteries, thick to elastic, tunica media. Again, muscular, damo siya, muscles. Okay, so, basically, for high compliance. You have three terms there. You have your anastomosis, collateral circulation, and your end arteries. Okay? So, i-illustrate ko lang para hapos si Chindi yun. If this is your muscle, may duha ka muscle. Okay? Your anastomosis, these are called your branches lang. Union of branches of two or more arteries supplying the same body region. Let's say, yung mga supplyan nila. Okay, isang ka-branch, okay, may mga little branches siya. Union of branches. That is called your anastomosis, ang branches. The term collateral circulation, it is when the anastomosis or ang branches provides alternative routes for blood. Ang end arteries naman, those are arteries that do not anastomose. Meaning, let's say if this is your tissue, this is your anastomosis or branches, ang pulos, ang collateral circulation, let's say ang diri, nagka-blood. Okay? So, may area niya po alternative routes, pakadod ang area, to supply this region. So, that is called your collateral circulation. Okay? Ang alternative path towards that region. Si end arteries naman, wala siya anastomosis. Okay? Meaning wala siya branches. If magka-blood clot dere, automatic, wala na blood supply. Papatay ang tissue there. Okay? That's lang. Anastomosis, those are the branches. Collateral circulation, siya naman ang maka-provide sa another path towards that same area. And arteries, wala branches nga arteries. Okay? Next, your arterioles, the other name is your resistance vessels. Okay? So, key role niya is that it regulates your resistance. Okay? So, discuss naman diba last time sa inyong pulmo. Okay? Okay? The diameter, ka-increase ang diameter. Okay? Again, if increase ang diameter, what happens to the resistance? Ka-decrease. Okay? Ka-decrease ang resistance. Vasoconstrict, if gamay ang diameter, what happens to the resistance? Ga-increase. Okay? So actually, this occurs if may hypertension. Okay? Gataas ang pressure since ga-constrict inyo nga blood vessels. Okay? Gataas inyo nga resistance, gataas ang blood pressure nyo. Okay? So let's say, again, example, vasoconstriction, diameter is smaller. So ang friction between the blood is greater. So there is more resistance. Okay, so you have types of your arteries. You have your elastic arteries, also known as your conducting arteries, and your muscular arteries or distributing arteries. Okay? So, lang sa name itself, iya nga function. Okay? Elastic arteries or conducting arteries, so more on sa large nga mga blood vessels or arteries. Okay? Ang tunica media composed mainly of elastic fibers rather than the muscular or smooth muscle. Okay? So, iya lang ang function is same lang yapon. Ga-stretch siya, maka-store siya energy, para once mag-release, maka-propel siya sa blood. Okay? Ma-dilate siya. Okay? I-store ng energy para once na mag-constrict, okay, mapalapos siya ang blood. Okay? Ma-propel niya ang blood faster. That is your elastic arteries. In comparison with your muscular or distributing arteries, can be seen sa medium-sized arteries. Ang iya nga middle layer is mainly composed of smooth muscle. Okay? So, di ba, ang function is smooth muscle, it can dilate and can constrict. Okay? So, more on contractility naman si muscular arteries. Okay? Again, summarize na, arteries. You have your elastic. What is the other name of elastic arteries? Conducting. Okay? And the other is your muscular or your distributing. Okay? Elastic, lagko. Okay? Large arteries. Okay? And more on sa stretch na yan. Okay? So with the stretch, this will store static energy to convert into kinetic energy. Okay? No speed. But same na to sa rubber band. Once you stretch, okay, once you release, ma-propel ang blood, okay, forward. Okay, ma-propel ang blood away from the heart. While your muscular or distributing arteries, okay, mga medium-sized naman na arteries, but yung main function is to vasodilate and constrict. Okay, makita ng difference. Okay, elastic, more on, it relies with the elasticity or flexibility. Si muscular naman, you have muscular contraction. Okay, dilation or constriction. Okay, now let's move on to your veins. Okay, so your veins have very thin walls. Okay, so ang thickest layer is the tunica externa. Okay, just think of your veins as drum siya. So, dapat tough iya exterior. Kaya again, it is a storage. Okay, drum inyong veins. So, tough, dapat ang outer layer or your tunica externa. Okay, para ipag-fill ang blood, it will be very sturdy siya. Okay, so again, it can adopt to variations in volume since again, ga-store siya sa blood nyo. Okay, so the pumping action of the heart and contraction of skeletal muscles, especially the lower extremity, it can help in the venous return of your blood. Okay, so many veins, especially in your limbs, also contains valves, okay, to help man with the venous return, okay, or prevent niya ang backflow of your blood. Okay, so again, your veins are very dependent with the heart, okay, nga pump, and sa inyong skeletal muscle. Skeletal bedridden nga patient, dasi sila mag-deteriorate. It's because if hindi pagiyuhon, wala movement with the lower extremity, the circulation will be affected. Okay, as you can see, ang movement lang sa ankle or sa calf muscles here, okay, gina-squeeze niya ang blood vessels or ang veins. Okay, sa pag-squeeze niya na, gina-propel niya ang blood balik sa heart niya. Okay, so very important na ang skeletal muscles niyo. Okay, familiar ka mo sa ankle pumpings nga exercises? Ankle pumpings. Lagi, you allow your patient i-elevate ang legs, then i-dorsiflex and plantar flex. Okay? Very helpful na siya sa mga bedridden nga patients. Okay? I-elevate ang tiil. Or let's say, lawig-lawigin yung alakat. Okay? Or nag-fun run ka mo. Okay? Afterwards, you do ankle pumpings. Okay? That will help your blood balik sa inyong heart. Okay? So let's say, ikaw ni elevate mo yung mga legs and then you do ankle pumping. Okay? I-dorsiflex, plantar flex mo. Okay? Sa muna nga motion, it can aid ang imuning nga skeletal muscle here, can squeeze the blood in your veins, ibalik niya sa inyong heart. Okay? This is called your skeletal pump. Okay? So again, your veins are very dependent sa pumping sa heart and ang skeletal pump niyo or ang contractions ng skeletal muscles niyo. Okay. So ang functions ni valves, it can aid in the venous return. Okay? Kung sa inyong mga legs, okay? With the aid tungod sa gravity, ang inyong blood is directed sa tiil nyo. That is why labanan niya hubag or like edema can be seen sa, or swelling can be seen sa legs nyo due to the gravity. But choosing nyo with the help of your valves here, it can help propel the blood upward. Okay, so to prevent backflow of your blood. Okay, yan ang function sa valves nyo. Okay, so what do you call, anong common gani nga condition sa girls nga duga ilang nga veins, duga swell? Anong tawag na? An idea? Varicose veins. Familiar? Okay. So varicose veins. Varicose veins. Okay? Ang veins gaswell. That is why kitaon ang veins niyo. Okay? It's because guba ilang ang valves. Hindi ang blood ga-pull lang sa ilang ang veins or sa lower extremities. That is why it is ang chura is swell siya. Okay? So dapat hindi siya normal eh. So dapat si valves ang help balik sa blood pabalik sa inyo heart. Okay, but with your varicose veins, ang mas common mga sales lady, may prolonged standing, okay, wala mayo, giyo, wala skeletal contraction, okay, gahapon po ba ilang veins. So the fluid there, or the blood, is just pulled within their veins. Okay, wala ka balik sa heart nila. Okay? Next, with your venules, so very hapos lang si venules. Again, siya lang kahatag sa blood from your capillaries, okay, to your veins. Okay, that's the function of your venules. Okay, post-capillary venule function as significant site of exchange sa nutrients and waste. Okay, discuss one later on. Okay, you have three types of your veins. You have your anastomotic, superficial, and deep veins. Okay, si anastomotic, same lang sa kay arteries. Okay, cross the accompanying artery to form a ladder-like rungs between the paired nga veins. Okay, then I want you to remember sa kay veins, you have superficial and your deep. Okay, sa kay superficial, amo ni ang major pathway of your upper extremity, while sa deep, lower extremity. Okay, meaning, damo ka superficial veins in the upper extremity, sa mga arms, while sa deep veins, or while sa lower extremity, damo ka deeper nga veins. Next, let's move on to your capillaries, also known as your exchange vessels. Okay? This is the smallest of your blood vessel. Okay, again, single layer lang siya. Okay, and connects the arteries with your venous system. Okay, you have a term there nga, microcirculation. Okay, connection siya between your arterial and post-capillary venule. Okay, so ang meaning ng nada, based on guide doon, hindi si guide doon, may artery circulation between sa ila. Okay? So, ang end part ni arterial is called your med-arterial. Okay? Meaning, so, considering the area, starting this area, maka-exchange na sa nutrients. Well, sa first part of your venule, that is called your post-capillary venule, okay, maka-exchange naman sa nutrients. That is called the microcirculation, okay, of the body. It is circulation between your med-arterial, capillaries, and post-capillary venules. Okay, so sa handouts, may mga fill in the blanks na that. So, maning answer, you have your med-arterial, capillaries, and post-capillary venule. Okay, next. Let's discuss the body tissues and its metabolic requirements. Okay, so out sa tanan nga in ang topic sa circulatory system, amoy na ba sa mga board exam. Din yung area ang may damo capillaries, fewer capillaries, and absent ang capillaries. Yung asa mo nga board exam ang wala capillaries. Okay, so I want you to remember that. High metabolic requirements, meaning higher man ang capillaries, okay, need more nutrients there. Okay, so areas with high capillaries or many capillaries are your muscles, brain, liver, kidneys, and nervous system. Okay, basically, ang muna ginausar yung pyramid. Again, muscle, vein, liver, kidney, and nervous system. Next, areas with lower metabolic requirements, meaning fewer ang capillaries. So you have there your tendons and your ligaments. Areas nga absent, wala gid yung capillary. These are your covering and lining epithelia. So sa eyes nyo, your cornea and lens of the eye, as well as your cartilage. Okay? Gets lang, tatlo. Okay, let me ask. Okay, habalik ko kung many capillaries, kung few capillaries, or absent. Okay, answer if many, few, or absent. Sige, liver, many. Cornea, absent. Okay, how about sa tendon? Few. How about sa cartilage? Absent. Okay, ligament? Few. Brain? Nervous system? Last na sa kanya part, before na mag-break, let's discuss lang the vascular characteristic and regulation. Okay? So, ang difference lang again ni arteries and ni veins, somewhat the same lang sila ang ilang distensibility or flexibility. But, mas flexible lang more si veins nyo. Kaya again, storage siya. While your arteries, okay, distensible siya, okay, but go back siya sa original shape niya. Okay? Ang main or distinct function nila is that it accommodates the pulsating output of the heart and gina-average out niya ang pulsations. Okay? Meaning, your arteries are very dependent sa heart, okay, para mapatsagan nyo ang pulso nyo dito. Okay? Pulse nyo na. Okay? Sa kay arteries sa tanan niya function. While your veins, okay, storage na again sa blood niyo. Okay, so ilang sympathetic stimulation, both are the same. Okay? Increase ng ilang vascular tone with stimulation. And the decrease naman if there is inhibition of your sympathetic nervous system. Next, you have your arterial pressure pulsation. Okay? Ang 120 mmHg nyo, what do you call that sa BP? Ano? 120 mmHg systolic blood pressure nyo. Okay? It's the pressure at top of each pulse nyo. While your 80 mmHg is called your diastolic, lowest point of each pulse nyo. So what do you call the difference between your systolic and your diastolic? It is called your pulse pressure. Okay, so pulse pressure is actually dependent man sa inyo nga stroke volume, compliance, and ejection sa inyo nga heart. Okay? If magkuha ka mo ka isang BP, what do you call the sounds nga ma-hear nyo? It's called your, ano nga sound? Coronal cough. Okay? Again, kung sa heart sound yan, that is your S1, S2. Okay? Yeah. But sino naman na yung auscultatory sa blood pressure sa pulse, it is called your coronal cough sounds na yan. Okay? Sige. If mag-inflate ka mo, magkuha ka mo BP, kakuha na ka mo vital signs, kasi S1, disease. Okay? Di ba i-inflate nyo? Okay? Hasta dapat exceed siya sa usual nga BP ni patient. So basically, you are cutting off the circulation. So when you deflate it, okay, slowly, ang first na nga pag-contract, okay, di ba contraction or systole, this is called your systolic pressure. Okay? So munang first nga sound, mga batian nyo. Siyempre, in cut off ng circulation. Okay, but once ma-reach na ganing pressure, mean nga munang pressure sa inyo nga blood vessels, okay, ang blood na flow na siya. Okay, mo na ma-feel nyo nga pulse. Okay, that is just your blood turbulence or vibrations. Okay, then ang last naman, last sound yung mabatian nyo is when your vessels are starting to relax. That is called your diastolic pressure. Next, your veins and their functions. Again, for storage lang again, you have, syempre mas larger siya, so they have little resistance, lower pressure, saka yung veins lang. Okay, then your valves in your veins, okay, that can help propel the blood balik sa heart nyo. Okay, that is called your venous pump or your muscle pump. Okay, so local and humoral control of tissue blood flow. Okay, last part. Okay, so local control. Okay, so paano ang blood ma-deliver towards that certain area? Okay, delivery of what? You have your delivery or transport of oxygen, hormones, glucose, amino acids, and fatty acids. Removal of toxic substances such as your carbon dioxide and hydrogen, and maintenance of proper concentration of your ions. Okay? So, ang local control of blood flow is based sa gawa theories, according kay Dayton. You have your vasodilators theory and your oxygen lock theory. Okay? So, si vasodilator theory, the greater the rate of metabolism or the less the availability of oxygen, okay, to the tissue, the greater the rate of formation of vasodilator substances in the tissue cells. Okay? Let's say, ang biceps ni permi yung ginagamit. Okay? So, higher ang metabolism. Or, ang diri nga muscle ko, kulang oxygen. Okay? So, my body would compensate that through releasing vasodilator ng mga agents, such as your hydrogen, potassium, CO2, adenosine, and histamine. Okay? So, nga ay vasodilate again. Nga ay hindi vasoconstrict. Nga ay vasodilate. Anong purpose ng vasodilation? Better blood flow. Okay? Let's say, if ang muling ang muscle pure may ginagamit, so, i-vasodilate, i-dilate ang blood vessel so that more blood, more nutrients or if kulang nutrients, i-dilate man yapon. Okay? To supply that area. Same lang sa kay oxygen lock theory. Ang theory naman, according kay Guyton, is if may absence of oxygen, your blood vessel will naturally relax and dilate. Okay, muna na siya. With a lack of oxygen, your blood vessel will naturally relax and ma-dilate lang siya. Okay? Then you have your reactive versus active hyperemia. Okay, ano meaning ka hyper? Increase, decrease? Increase. Emia? Anemia. Emia. Blood. Okay? So your emia pertains to your blood. Okay? Increase ang blood basically. You have two terms. You have your reactive and your active hyperemia. Okay? So when we're talking about active hyperemia, if ang unang muscle becomes highly active, so ang rate of blood flow towards the tissue increases the vasodilator substances. Okay? Same na gyapon. If, let's say, permi ko ginagamit akong leg muscle, okay, garan ko bi permi, so, vasodilated or dilated akong blood vessel sa leg muscle ko. That is your active hyperemia. In comparison with your reactive, okay, so compare na siya sa ang permi ng ginahi mo. Tatry ka mo punggan ang inyo nga circulation sa kamot. Okay, what happens to my palm if punggan ng circulation? Ga-white siya. Okay? What happens if iko-on akong kamot? Mabalik siya. Okay? So, gaputi na siya. But once I remove, okay, ang gasupon, okay, automatic red siya gulpi. And doon kainit ang kamot niyo. It is same with your reactive hyperemia. Okay? When the blood supply is blocked for a few seconds, and once it is unblocked, okay, the blood flow increases 4 to 7 times the normal. Okay, so i-try nyo, okay, punggan nyo, and once you release it, okay, gadasig ang blood flow, dugainin ang sensation. Okay, you have increased blood flow 4 to 7 times. That is your reactive hyperemia. Okay, here, so, dapat, kabala mo kung sino ang vasodilator and vasoconstrictor. Vasoconstrictor agents, these are your norepinephrine and epinephrine, angiotensin 2, and your vasopressin, also known as your anti-diuretic hormone. While your vasodilator agents, these are your bradykinin and your histamine. Okay, so kindly familiarize with the terms kung sino ang vasoconstrictor and vasodilator. Okay, so let's say, may nakita ka nga patient, autodia ka mo. Okay? Grabe ang bleeding. So, feeling nyo, your body would, anhon ni body nyo. Would it produce vasoconstrictor or vasodilator? Again, nakat ang arm. Grabe ang bleeding. So, your body would produce what? Vasoconstrictor or vasodilator? Yung constrictor. Dilator. Yung constrictor. Okay. So let's say, if amundi, grabe na ang bleeding, okay, i-dilate mo pa, wala ko all, this. Dahil ma-increase pa din na ang bleeding. Okay, so your body would release vasoconstrictor. Okay, ipagamayon niya so that lesser ang blood yung madula. Okay, lesser blood loss. Okay, yung importance ng vasoconstrictor and vasodilator agents. Okay, so, kabalo ng kamali, I just want you to associate the two. When you see the term sympathetic nervous system, ang regulation niya more on the circulation or sa blood vessel. In comparison kay parasympathetic nervous system, yung regulation diretso sa heart. Again, sympathetic nervous system, okay, tandaan yun eh, is sa circulation or sa blood vessels nyo. While kay parasympathetic nervous system, iyang ang regulation diretso sa heart. Okay? So, kay sympathetic, through your sympathetic nerve fibers, regulation sa circulation. While your parasympathetic, regulation of heart, function or pumping through your vagus nerve. Then your vasomotor center, again, can be seen sa pons and medulla. Again, sympathetic is circulation, parasympathetic heart. Okay, last na lang. Okay, last slide. Nervous mechanism for arterial pressure control. You have your baroreceptor reflex. It's initiated by your stretch receptors. So sila niya gabantay if you have hypertension or hypotension. Tungod sa stretch receptors, kina siya ang monitor sa blood pressure. That is called your baroreceptors. Okay? Next, your chemoreceptors is our chemosensitive cells, sensitive to, let's say, kulang oxygen or sobra hydrogen or carbon dioxide. Sila gabantay sa chemicals if it's excess or kulang. Okay? That is your chemoreceptors. Then lastly, per meaning na pumangkot, is your vein bridge reflex. An increase in the heart rate is due to increased atrial pressure and increased atrial volume, thus stretching the sinus loop. Okay, so let me simplify kung ano si vein bridge reflex. Okay, so this is your atria, right? Atria ni atria, ventricles, ventricles. Tungkol ko sa increase na blood sa inyong atria, okay, ang guwap, naka-choke, nakasanambukan inyong atria. So, it is normal. So, what your body would do to compensate this is i-frequent niya ang pumping niya. Okay? So, i-pump niya di, pump niya di. Okay? So, this is called your vein bridge reflex. Okay? Increase in the atrial, ang blood sa atria, increase yaman ang atria. I-increase yaman ang inyong heart rate. Okay? This is why your vein bridge reflex is also called as your atrial reflex. Okay? Again, an increase in the heart rate is due to increased atrial pressure and volume. Okay, gets lang kung ano si vein bridge reflex? Or isa pa? Isa pa? Okay. Again, si vein bridge reflex, also known as atrial reflex. So, ang pag-fill sa blood sa both yung mga atria, okay, increase, syempre ang volume sa blood, increase man ang pressure. Okay, so you need to lower the volume and pressure. So, your heart, okay, or your blood vessels would regulate that, okay, by increasing the frequency of your pumping. Okay, meaning increase yung ang heart rate nyo. Okay, para sa pump, mabuhinan ng blood. Okay, another pump, mabuhinan ng blood. Increased atrial volume and pressure would lead to increased heart rate. That is your vein bridge reflex. Okay, gets lang? Sige, pila ka minutes break? 10. Okay, so 10 minutes break. Okay, then ma-discuss na si Ms. Janelle briefly lang sa